Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jolaine, and for today's video we're going to do my monthly reading wrap up for February. And it's been a while since I have posted any video. This past few months is really crazy. A lot of things happened, so I haven't finished or done anything with reading as well. So, but at least I am consistent with my book reading wrap up, and I think this is going to be a book review as well, since I just read two books last February. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the books. So, like I said earlier, I read two books last February, and a lot of things happened. That's why I just read two books this month. But I am happy. I'm still able to finish two books. But to be fair, these books are like the first book I read for February. I think it's around 600 to 700 pages or more than that. I can't remember. And the other book I read is about 500 pages. So I think that's a lot for a month. But let's talk about the first book I read last February, and that's Quicksilver by Callie Hart. So this is part of a chunky read activity in my book club, which is the Bookish Bunch book club, where we have to read a chunky book for 2 months, and this is for the month of January to February. And all I can say is I really love this book, and I gave it 5 stars. So there's a lot of reasons why I gave it 5 stars. First thing is I want to talk about the spiciness of the book. I think it is super spicy, but it's not like the other books I read that when the spice starts, every chapter will have the spicy scenes. So the scenes here, I would say, is very intimate, but it's not overwhelming. So I think that's a plus for me. But don't get me wrong, I like the spicy chapters and all that, but sometimes it's a bit overwhelming if the spicy scenes are in every chapter. Another thing I like about this book is the banter between the female main character, which is Ceres Fane, and the male main character, which is Kingfisher, who is a morally gray shadow daddy. I really liked his character. Um, I think he's the best definition of I will let the world burn for you. I don't think I can give a synopsis about the book just because I think I will spoil it. I will not give the synopsis, but I will spoil the book. So might as well just give my book review about it, and what I felt about the book. But I really enjoyed it. I also like another character in this book, which is Carrion. You will definitely know that if you have the book, and if you are currently reading the book, and if you're planning to read the book, I highly recommend it. Like I said, all of the characters here, Carrion, Ceres, Kingfisher, Renfield. There's a lot of characters here that you will definitely enjoy. I just hope that Callie Hart gave us Kingfisher's point of view in the book, because the point of view in this book is mostly about Ceres. But I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. And I guess I recommend it. I don't know what to say about it. And again, I'm so sorry if I didn't give any synopsis about the book, because um, I might spoil it. But you know what? Let me give you a quick synopsis, maybe a little bit about the book or how it all started. Maybe that's a great synopsis. Just for you guys not be what's the book about? Come on, tell us what's the book about. But yeah, this is about Cyrus Fane, who's living, like a human, and she's a thief, and all that stuff. It's like she's a badass who's trying to survive this place where they are, or the realm, because the realm, I believe, is very poor, so she has to do everything and anything to survive for her and for her brother. One day, she stole a gauntlet from Queen Madra's soldier. The reason why she needs to be kept up in a jail or something like that, and she was supposed to be executed. But then she was able to control the Quicksilver, and she saw Kingfisher, and she was brought into this fairy realm. So technically, she was forced to be in this realm to help their realm to fight this war. And since since she's like the first person who was able to control the Quicksilver in a long time, they actually forced her to make the Quicksilver work for them to win this war. So that's how it all started. And while she's doing that, she has to work with Kingfisher. But there's a plot twist in this book why they have to work with each other, which is a funny thing. Look how heavily annotated this book. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of funny scenes, or there's a lot of funny things in this book as well. Very humorous. There's some parts here that made me cry, but the plot twist in this book is plotting and twisting. So I really enjoyed it and I really loved it, and I can't emphasize enough how I highly recommend this book. And the ending is, I got confused. Not technically confused, but I am surprised about the ending. And because of that, I wanted to get my hands on the second book of the series, which is Brimstone, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it will be released about this around this year. I think September or November. September, October, November, something like that. I don't know, but something, some some about this year. So I'm excited for that because the ending is a cliffhanger for me. So come on, Callie Hart, give us the book. But yeah, love this and highly recommend it. The next book that we're going to talk about is from one of the famous authors nowadays, but I think this book is not one of my favorites. I haven't read any other books from her. This is my first book from her. But there are some parts that I like about it, but I don't think it's gonna be my favorite. But it is from Rebecca Yarros, Variation. So this book is about a elite ballerina and a Coast Guard rescue swimmer. Our female main character is Ali Russo, and our male main character is Hudson Ellis, who is childhood sweethearts. And then something happened that broke them apart, and they met after 11 years. And after 11 years, a lot of things happened after they met. It's kind of complicated. There's plot twists. A lot of things happened in this book. And at the end, they ended up together. This book also have family drama, childhood sweethearts, which I really like, um, small town lovers. And at first, I thought it's an enemies to lovers kind of book or trope, but how can a book be an enemies to lovers trope when it's just one person who hates the other one? So I don't think that's the case. This book is okay. I don't hate it. I like it. I just don't love it. So I gave this book 3.5 stars. Because I there's actually a lot of things that I wanted to say about this book. Although I love the plot twist. I love Hudson's POV, like I said with Kingfisher. I wish we had his POV, but with this one, it do actually has the male main character's POV, and you definitely know and feel how obsessed he is, how obsessed Hudson is to Ali, which is our female main character. However, for me, it's too perfect. Um, how Rebecca Yarros wrote Hudson's character. He's a perfect guy in this book, which it's quite of unrealistic for me. Hudson's too perfect, and I wish I have that kind of start of relationship. But overall, it's still a good book. I really love how there's already a complication at the beginning of the book, which got me hooked because I really wanted to know how the ending would go. Overall, I think there's still something missing um, in the book, and it's kind of predictable because you will know while reading the book that they're gonna end up together. It's just that Ali is playing hard to get. But for anyone who wanted to read um, a book where the guy is super obsessed with the girl, I do highly recommend it. It is a sad story. However, I didn't shed any tears with this book. If you cry easily, I do highly recommend this book as well. Because there are some sad parts in this book. It actually made me sad, but it didn't make me cry, not like the other books I read. But this is again a good book, just in case you wanted to feel love and you wanted to feel this kind of obsession of this guy over a girl. I do highly recommend this book. But then again, there's flaws in it, which like I mentioned, it's too predictable. Hudson is too perfect. I wish we have more interactions with the other characters in the book. I think there's just a few people that were included in the scene, but there's actually a lot of characters that was mentioned in it. I think I wish they have this more interaction or more backstory about the love story of Lena and Hudson's elder brother. I don't want to spoil. I might spoil it, but there's a love story between the two of them that happened in the past, and I wish it was more, mentioned in the book. I still recommend it, like I said earlier. So, yes. So that's all for the books I read for this month. And aside from that, stay tuned for another video I will be posting, which is my monthly TBR. It's for my March TBR, and my youngest son actually helped me pick a book for that month. And aside from that, I'm also making another video which I am trying to record my weight loss journey. I wanted to lose weight for a lot of reasons, but that's gonna be for another video. But stay tuned for that as well. It's gonna be 30 days in the making, and hoping you guys stay tuned for that and enjoy the video. But again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next vlog.